Hi children, in our previous session I have explained about combination of resistors. Among them one of the combination I have explained, right? Series combination. Now in this session, let's see the second way of combining the resistors. Okay, so then after that you should learn what is the use of or what are the features of using these two combinations and which one we use in our household electric circuit. Okay, now listen here, what is parallel combination? How can we connect resistors in parallel combination? Okay, so listen carefully, look at the board. You can see at the board there are three resistors are drawn here, R1, R2, R3. These three are connected together and all these three resistances R1, R2, R3, that one end each. Here R1, the end of first end of R2 and the first end of R1 and first end of R3. All the three are connected to a single point. Here, let us call it A. And the other end of all these three resistors have a common point here. Isn't it? All these three resistances have two common points. Both the ends are connected to common points, isn't it? And here we call it B. So one end of R1, R2, R3 is connected to a point point A, and the other end of R1, R2, R3 are connected to the point B. So all these resistors have common endpoints. This type of combination is known as parallel combination of resistors. Okay, and the same combination we can represent this way also. So here also R1, R2, R3, all the ends are connected to the single point here A, and R1, R2, R3, the other end of all the three are connected to the combined to the single point here, B, common point. So this way, if the resistors have common endpoints, and then the combination is known as parallel combination of resistors. Now let us complete the circuit and what we can obtain and what we can see how can we obtain the equivalent resistance. What is meant by equivalent resistance? The total resistance of the circuit we have to find out. So in series combination you have noticed, isn't it? You have learned that how to find the total, or what will be if the resistors are connected in series, what is the effective resistance in the circuit. The same way for parallel combination also, let us find out the effective resistance. For that, let us complete the circuit first. Now let's complete the circuit. So R1, R2, R3 parallel combination from the point A and B. It is connected to the cell, a battery, and then a plug key is connected. Okay, and here voltmeter should connect across the resistors in parallel, isn't it? So across the resistors means R1, R2, R3 all have common endpoints. So from those points, voltmeter can be connected. Okay, and here for all the three resistors, a single voltmeter can be connected in common. And now let us the circuit, as the circuit is closed, key is closed here. So as the circuit is closed, through the battery the current passes from positive to negative. You know which is positive and negative. Now you already know that positive is longer one, negative shorter one, and positive of voltmeter should be connected with the positive of battery, and negative of voltmeter will go to the negative of the battery. So here voltmeter connected parallel, that is parallel. Now you understood the end points of these resistors and each end of the voltmeter have common point, then it is parallel combination. Now voltmeter is connected parallel to the resistors. Now see, the current passes from battery, and as the current passes, as it reaches at the point A, the current find three paths to follow. Here the current through the circuit at reach at A, and from here it divides through the three paths, and it got three paths to pass through. So here the through R1 and through R2 it goes through R3. So it got three paths at the end of point A. So it follows three paths, and the amount of current passing through these three paths depends upon the value of resistances R1, R2, R3. The value of resistance, it depends. So the current passing through R1 depends upon the value of R1, through R2 depends upon R2, and such a way R3 also. And then you can see this three path it follows, and then negative towards negative. And here voltmeter potential difference, all the ends are the same point, from the same point. So voltmeter also from the same point. So all the potential difference is common here. But in series combination you learn current is common. Current passing through all the resistances are same, constant. But here in this parallel combination, potential difference across the ends, because these ends are same for all the three. Both the ends are common for all the three resistors. So potential difference at these endpoints are same. Potential difference is constant here in the case of parallel combination. Okay, but current is different. Current through each resistor varies according to the value of resistance. Okay, so V is constant. In parallel combination, V potential difference V is constant for every resistor, each resistor. And then I different, but the total current I passing through this conductor, and after reaching here, this amount of current divides. So this, let us consider the current passing through R1 is I1, current passing through R2 we can take it as I2, and current passing through R3 we can take it as I3. So I will be equal to because I is dividing it into I1, I2, I3. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now we know the Ohm's law. You can use the Ohm's law here. By Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. I equal to V by R. You learned it. V is equal to IR, isn't it? So I is equal to V by R. Now let us complete. I is equal to I1. I1 means I is equal to V by R. So we can substitute in this equation. This I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. We can substitute for I is equal to V by R. I is equal to V by R. I1 means V by R1. V is constant, so V itself, and R1 the value of first resistor, plus V by R2 plus V by R3. Now let us take V as common in all this. V is common for all, constant, so V is common. If we take out V, here it becomes 1. So 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That is V and V cancels. Common for left and right hand side. So we can cancel. So here if we cancel, there is no, it is not 0 here, it is 1 here. So 1 by R equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So effective resistance in this case 1 by R. 1 by R means reciprocal of resistance, effective resistance. The reciprocal of effective resistance is sum of the reciprocals of individual resistance in the case of parallel combination. The reciprocal of effective resistance is equal to sum of the reciprocals of individual resistors in the case of parallel combination. Now we got the formula for the reciprocal of effective resistance is equal to the sum of reciprocals of individual resistances. Now, if the resistances are 2, only 2 resistors R1 and R2, then 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Right? So, here to get, we can take the LCM R1, R2, isn't it? So, here R2 into R1 by, so cross multiply for R1, R2. So, here R2 into R1 divided by R1, R2. 1 by R is equal to R2 into R1. Isn't it? So, 1 by R is equal to, how can we add them? R2 plus R1, sorry, 1 to R2 plus R1. Here we will cross multiply R2 plus R1 by R1, R2. That's equal to R2 plus R1 by R1, R2. Then we will take the reciprocal of our effective resistance means this is the reciprocal of 1 by R means the reciprocal of effective resistance. Therefore, effective resistance will be the reciprocal of 1 by R, that is R. R is equal to the reciprocal of this means R1, R2 by R1 plus R2. This is the formula to find effective resistance of resistors connected in parallel. 2 resistances connected in parallel. R is equal to R1, R2 by R1 plus R2. If it is 3 resistors, how can we find it? So, R1, R2, R3. So, here 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Right? 3 resistors. Then, how can LCM, what will be the LCM? R1, R2, R3 will be LCM. All the 3 product of all the 3 will be the LCM. Now, here for this, R1 is there, R2, R3 is not there. So, we will get R2, R3 for the first one. And for this, R2 is in the denominator, which are not there, R1 and R3 is not there. So, R1, R3 plus, here third one, R3 is in the denominator, R1 and R2 not there. So, in this numerator for this becomes R1, R2. We have to multiply by R1, R2. So, this we got for in 1 by R. Effective resistance, reciprocal of effective resistance if there are 3 resistors. So, here we can arrange it and we can write the effective resistance, that is this is the reciprocal of effective resistance. So, effective resistance means it's reciprocal. So, R is equal to R1, R2, R3 divided. We can arrange it neatly. Arrange it properly. Then we will get R1, R2. This I wrote first. R1, R2 plus then R2, R3. R1, R2, R2, R3 plus R1, R3. This is the effective resistance in parallel combination. So these are about parallel, another combination, second combination, parallel combination of resistances. In the parallel combination, once again, as the important point you know how to note down is V is constant in parallel combination. V is constant, potential difference is constant, and I divides in according to the value of resistors in the circuit. So I varies, V is constant. In series combination, I is constant, V varies, but in parallel combination, V is constant and I varies. That is the main point you have to note down. So children, today this is what you have to go through your textbook and learn it, understand it, and then we will continue in the next session. Till then, bye.